Sarah from the upcoming. Such a pleasure to speak to you. Can you just kick off with an intro to this incredible BFI and your role within it?
I'm Hayden Mclean, and I play the US son, and as a role that I played on stage at the Royal Court in 2018. So, yeah, that's me. And how would I describe it? It's kind of centered around this young teenage black man, young man in Chicago in America, and it centers around a conversation he has with his parents about almost the sensitive nature of his life being a young black man and what that entails.
And why is it so important for this story to be told, both, on the stage, but now ultimately on the screen?
Because I think it's a conversation the world has been having, especially intensely in the last year, but we know as young black people, and it's one of the first conversations you have as even a conversation I had of, yeah, I love you, but the world may treat you differently, and the world will treat you differently in certain instances, and it's an important conversation to have purely from the fact, especially from the younger perspective of the world that we are growing up in and the world that we will endeavour to one day change. That's important. I think it's very important.
And do you feel like this is the moment to tell these sorts of stories? I think in the aftermath of the George Floyd incident and protests in the US, there was kind of a spillover, here into the UK. And there's just such heightened awareness about sort of injustices that are happening. So it's now even, the most important time to tell this story.
Yeah, I think definitely. Like you said, George Floyd, we can go Philando Castile, we can go Trayvon Martin. These are young black men who have all lost their lives at the hands of a system of oppression. And I think now is the time. I think 2020 was a time where we all were inactive. We didn't have a lot to do. And it was a time where, whether we liked it or not, we were forced to confront certain realities of people that don't look like us. And I think now is the time. And I think it's really important to have that conversation.
And what's the power of theatre and of cinema to kind of, get into people's psyches and actually get them to kind of question the way they think about things in a way that maybe, politics or sort of being kind of like lectured to maybe doesn't work as well?
For me, I just think it's the ability to remove ourselves from a situation and being placed into another world. I think as humans and in this busy world, we're very much stuck within our own worlds and our friendship groups, our political points of view. And theatre and film, stories, narratives, great stories take you out of what's ordinary to you and places you into another environment. And I think that's important. I think that's how we learn, that's how we grow. It's through those shared experiences that we have that allow us to see life through someone else's viewpoint, which is, for me, the beginning of true sympathy or empathy or whatever you want to call it.
And what an amazing place for the film to be showing at London Film Festival, And how is London a special city in this regard, both in terms of being incredibly multicultural, but obviously having its problems of its own?
Yeah, this is a cool spot. I think London, when I've travelled a lot, and this city does have something very special about it. In it's a melting pot of so many different cultures and different viewpoints, and to be able to have it here, home, which is home for so many of us, is special because, we've been through our times with, the Brixton riots and things like that. Steve McQueen's Small Acts, which chronicled a lot of the journey of Caribbeans in this country. And I think we've been through that, and I think we're very open about it, whereas other countries are still somewhat in denial about their history. And I think this makes it a really great place. So I'm blessed to be part of it.
Amazing. Thanks so much for your time. Enjoy the evening. Thank you.